Parenting skills for the real world. Needs. Mine, yours, theirs, ours. And again, I know you've seen this reminder many times, but it's at the core of what we're doing and what we're about to do. That each category is unique to each person as well as its degree of importance. And it's not about being right or wrong, it's about personal preferences. So this is the worksheet in your workbook that you have. You can either keep it as a digital copy if you like to go digital. I'm a paper and pen kind of person, so I always have mine printed out, and I like to write. These are the examples. There'll be a blank one that has nothing in there, but these are just a few of the examples. You can also pull from the workbook, Emotional and Personality Needs Compatibility Workbook Part 1, and it'll have all the categories with all the sub information like love and belonging, friendship, cooperation, involvement, all of those, like much more than what's just listed here in the examples. And again, it doesn't have to be the examples that were presented to you. If I say survival and it's not listed here and I didn't go over it, but you have a very distinct thing on your survival and the person that you're doing a needs assessment on survival, then put it in. It's not a right or wrong answer. So pick in here however many that are important to you. Sometimes if you're not sure, try and get at least 3 things, but you can circle what's on the examples or you can write in on what survival means to you. Is that security? Is that a sex drive? Is that shelter? Is that conservation? What does survival look like for you? For me, that would be my wealth is just enough to keep a clean and healthy shelter. I love having my small 3-bedroom house. It's perfect. Preparation. I live in an area that has flooding. I live in the Houston area, and as many of you know, we were hit by Hurricane Harvey. So having some level of preparation for something like that is something that I do. As soon as they tell me there's a hurricane, I have a go bag ready to go in case there's an emergency, and I have all the supplies that are going to be needed for that. Safety, that's important to me. I like to make sure that my safety is maintained, and as well as when I'm working, the safety of the children that I work with. Love and belonging. We talked about my need for trust was really important to me. And I am a very affectionate person with the people that I'm close with. I'm a very passionate person. And I'm not really in a big need for group memberships, so I would not select that one. Cooperation is important to me, but not in a coercive way, in a more of the win-win-win that I've discussed before. Power and achievement. I like to have a purpose. I like to make an impact on others in a way that helps improve their lives if they're interested in that help. And I like to be heard. Remember, I don't have a need for people to agree with me, but I would like to be heard when I do have something to say. Freedom. I discussed how this is very important to me. And I have a high need for being able to travel and having creativity, being supported or unconstrained in my need to move around. I do have a fearlessness in many regards, so that's something important. Fun. I love to laugh. I love to play, but I also love relaxation as a form of fun as well. I love to just chill. I like celebrating birthdays. I love celebrating Christmas. And I have hobbies. I like to sew. I love going hiking and exploring. So, determine what's unique for you within this worksheet. Take time to complete this. There are no right or wrong answers. It's not about the person that you want to be so much as the person as who you really are. And if you see something that you kind of want to be towards, that's great too. That can be something that you work towards. Do your best to determine what's unique for each child that you're interested in for this. Maybe you can even sit them down and have them go over it with you. to let them know and get to know each other better, and tell them, I'm trying to get to know you better. I want to know more about you. You know, mom or dad is trying to learn more about themselves. You know, self-improvement is a great thing to role model to your children. You are a role model whether you are making a conscious effort to be one or it's just your knee-jerk reactions that you're role modeling. Let that be your choice, what it is that you're role modeling to your children. You can also do this for any other relationship that you would like to improve: romantic, family, friends, coworker, boss, etc. So that can be something that, kind of lowers your stress in many situations. So again, I've geared this towards parenting and working with children because that is my area of expertise, but I have used this to improve every relationship that I have in my life.